Hello, I'm Leslie McMillan,
And I'm Hannah.
and we are the lead pastors of Region Church. And we're on here just to tell you a little bit about ourselves and about Region Church. It is a brand new life-giving church that is coming to Providence, Rhode Island. And our mission at Region Church is simple. It's the Great Commission. Jesus said, "Go into all the world and make disciples." So Region Church, the name, I'd like to tell you a little bit about where that comes from. It has its roots in Latin, which means kingdom or rule or authority. It's a no-brainer for us because we desire for the kingdom of heaven to rule in New England. We want to see the city of Providence and the whole region of New England transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ. So why a new church in Providence, you might ask? So Hannah and I have been in ministry for 14 years together. In a church we were serving at about 12 years ago, a guy was speaking and had just spent time in New England. And he was telling about the spiritual roots and the heritage that is here in New England. But studies and polls show now that New England is the most post-Christian region in the whole United States. And post-Christian just simply describes a city or a region that once identified as Christian, but now has shifted away from those beliefs. We were specifically called to Providence, Rhode Island to plant our first church.
So why Providence? Providence was founded by a minister named Roger Williams back in 1636, and he named it for God's merciful providence. He believed it was God's divine, merciful providence that led him to the land where your city now sits. And so the spiritual history of Providence is rich, and it reflects the heart of God. So we want to say to you, Providence, do you know your name? Do you know who you are? Do you know who He is? God's merciful providence is at work here. He is the Lord.
Yeah.
His name is Jesus.
Yeah.
He died to bring you life and freedom. His eyes are on you, and He has never forgotten you. He has great plans for you. He's moving and working and reawakening you, Providence, to who He is and who He created you to be. And this is why we're here.
Yeah.
We will see the city of Providence in
That's
the
right.
region of New England awakened and transformed by the good news of Jesus. So this is where you come in.
You are a part of our story here at Region Church. We all were created for more. And we find our more or our purpose or our design through serving in our local community, but more specifically in a local community in a body of believers. And we find our mission in serving Jesus in His great commission to make disciples. We have a vision to see this region transform, but we cannot do it alone. We need you to make it happen. God uses people to see His kingdom come here in Providence and the region of New England. You can make a real difference now for eternity. We have the promise of heaven to come as believers, but the kingdom of God is here and it's now, and He wants to be at work in you. This is our purpose. We and you are not here on earth by chance or by just simple happenings, but you are here by a purpose and by design. Together we can see His kingdom come in Providence and see the whole region of New England transformed by the gospel of Jesus Christ.